Monsterbass, May 2019. Wait, what? May 2019? What? What is going on? That's not possible, is it? Well, stay tuned, because in 1 minute we're going to look inside this box and I'll get to the bottom of this mystery.
Get familiar. So if you don't know by now, then you should probably get familiar.
Welcome back to No Redemption Outdoors, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me again today in the cave for what is sure to be something very, very different. Yeah, just like I said in the intro, this is the May 2019 Monsterbass. A bit of a backstory on this. As you can see over there, I just recently brought in a new tank, and before I could bring that in, I had to first remove a very large hutch and credenza. Piece of furniture went with the desk. As it turns out, in the back of that hutch, this box was hiding, and I do remember now putting it there for safekeeping so that I would know where it was, and then evidently I promptly forgot. So sure enough, all these years later now, it turns up, and I thought, wouldn't it be an interesting thing to do a full box opening with this box, do a value analysis, the whole deal, and then follow it up with a competition. And I thought it would be really fun to do Monsterbass versus Monsterbass. Monsterbass May 2019 versus Monsterbass circa February 2021. I think it'd be really cool to see how similar or dissimilar they are. So yeah, that's the idea here. I think it'd be kind of fun, don't you? We're gonna try it out anyway. So in just 1 second, I'm going to get in this box, but before we do, let me first draw your attention to the link up above. That is our 3-minute grab bag giveaway. We do that every Saturday morning. I reach into a giant duffel bag filled with baits, I draw one out, and then we give it away. As a matter of fact, I have one right here. This is this week's featured bait, the Lunker Hunt Walking Frog. And if you want to win this, all you got to do is go over to that link, make sure you're a subscriber, and then comment. You can comment more than once, and each comment is an entry, although you need to make sure they're relevant comments, but you could be the next winner, so make sure you check that out. And I'm going to put this right back here, and each and every week we are going to put our featured bait right there so that you all can admire and covet it. But you could own it, and it's just that simple. So anyway, carrying on, we need to get inside this box. So first things first, I'm going to give you a look of the box itself. This is just a walk back in time. I gotta be careful I don't show my address there. But you know, this box has been through several iterations, and now there is no box. As you know, they've switched over to the bag. Let me go ahead and open it up and give you a look. Alright. This is vintage Monsterbass. And opening up, first thing right on the top is the sticker and a discount card with the Monsterbass logo on the back. And then this insert. And I'll just read the first little bit of it. Monsterbass, thank you for being part of the inaugural shipment of Monsterbass. I want to personally thank you for joining me on this ride as we work together to build the best bass fishing community and subscription box on the planet. Each month we will be curating a box full of baits that are handpicked for the region of the country where you live and fish. And he goes on to explain the entire philosophy behind Monsterbass. I'll give you a good look of it here. If you want to read it, you can pause your YouTube, and I think you can probably read it. But indeed, this is the very, very first box. How many of you guys out there have been subscribers to Monsterbass since day one? Comment down below and tell me. How many of you have the very first box that you received from them? Comment down below and tell me. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside the box. And as I always do, I've got my notes here, and we'll just kind of go in order. The first thing up is the rattle trap. the venerable Bill Lewis, the original rattle trap. This is the #1 selling lipless crankbait. Let me go ahead and open this thing up. Now this one happens to be chartreuse silver shad. And it's a 1/2 ounce. It's 3 inches in length. Get you a close-up of it. It's got the split ring on top. It's got what they call a Durashell finish. And it's got Mustad triple grip hooks. And of course, the rattle trap sound. Love it. Love it. That is the Bill Lewis rattle trap. It's probably one of the most venerable, most versatile baits that you can have in your tackle box. This thing's going for $6.49. All right. Next item is the Booyah Blade. As you can see, I already annihilated this box once, probably way back then. This is a 3/8 ounce spinnerbait, and the color on this is chartreuse perch. Very cool looking. Let's go ahead and open it up. Now this is built on Mustad Ultra Point hook. It's got a gold plate. It's got 2 gold-plated willow blades. It's got ball bearing swivels on there. 3DI gill plate. It's got 55 strand skirt. I don't know what the significance of that is, by the way. They tout that in all over the place. 55 strands. This thing is, again, tried and true. Just about everybody has one. Or if you don't, you should. You put a trailer on there or just fish it that way. So that's the Booyah Blade. That's $5.99. All right. Next item, live target bait ball. This happens to be the threadfin shad. The color on this is, let's see, the color on this is metallic pearl blue shad. Metallic pearl blue shad. Let's go ahead and get it out. Now, at one time I was getting these, it seemed like in every box from every one of the subscription companies. Somewhere along the line they trailed off. I don't know why. Maybe they lost favor. I'm not sure. But it's an interesting looking bait. I don't know if I buy into the premise. The whole premise being that it appears to the fish as it's, you know, a little bait ball of bait fish. Okay, maybe they get fooled by that. I don't know. But you know, it's a cool idea anyway. It dives to a depth of 12 feet. And of course, as I say, it imitates a bait fish hatch. And last but not least, it has a combination paint and foil finish. All right, so that is the live target bait ball threadfin shad. I don't know if I mentioned, but it's a 5/8 ounce and 2 3/4 inches. And it's going for $13.99. And I looked all over the place, guys, and that's what it costs, $13.99. All right. Oh, I'm hooked. Ooh, I'm hooked. Okay, there we go. All right, next item. We have Doomsday Tackle C-Shad 3.2. C-Shad 3.2. This is a 3-inch soft swim bait modeled after an actual shad, so they claim. What was the color on this? Pearl white flash. And this is a 6 count. Give you a good look at it here. Now, this is designed specifically to be fished sort of in this vertical orientation, say on a jig head, and this kind of jig it along the bottom. Or the other main way they recommend is as a drop shot. And that's probably where I would put it, is on a drop shot. It's got what they call a high flash mylar insert there to provide some flash. It's got a Finesse boot tail. Hopefully you can see that tail. So it's got a little bit of a ridge there to get a little extra water action going. And then, as I mentioned, it's designed from an actual shad. So that's the Doomsday Tackle C-Shad 3.2. and that's going for $5.99. All right. Next, put my page here. We have the SmartBaits Mighty Minnow. And this is another item that it seems like, you know, for a while there we were getting it in just about every box, and to be honest, I pretty much still am. I get these a lot. There's not a lot of information that they provide, not even on their own website. The main thing they talk about is its color changing properties, which is kind of inherent in the name, but I wish they could tell me more about the bait itself other than the color changing. You know, it seems to be a fairly decent soft plastic. It's got a slot for the hook in the bottom. And it's made in the USA. And that's about all the information that you can get about this on the internet, or at least on their website or any of the retailers' websites. And mainly it's, you know, feedback from customers who actually use it. And I didn't go that deep in my research, but if you guys been using these, let me know what you think of them. All right. So that's the color changing technology, the SmartBaits. What do they call this? The Mighty Minnow. The SmartBaits Mighty Minnow, $2.39. All right. All right. This one's very excited. The Ragetail Craw. Again, everybody has these. I have several packages. I always welcome more because I go through them. But this is the Rage Craw. Color on this is green pumpkin. Yes. Love green pumpkin. That is my favorite color. This is a 7-pack, 4 inches. Let's go ahead and open one up. You know, it's got the patented Rage tail for that special action. It's got coffee-infused scent, or coffee scent. I don't know if it's actual coffee, but give you a look at it there. These things are great. Again, if you don't have them, you should. It's got that, you know, I did see this action on a different soft bait. I forget who made them, but this ridge action here, which I think makes these Rage tails, yeah, these Rage Craws very unique. There actually is another soft plastic maker that's doing that. I forget who it is. Maybe it's, could it be the Googans? Maybe. I don't remember. You guys comment down below. Who else is doing that ridge right there? That's familiar to me. Anyway, enough said. This is the Ragetail Craw. Everybody has them or wants them. And this 7-pack going for $5.49. All right. Next up, Zman TRD TicklerZ. Another great bait. Awesome on a Ned rig. Love these things. Green pumpkin. Yes. Love the green pumpkin. 2 in 1 box, guys. That's oversized enthusiasm. This is 2 3/4 inches, 5-pack. Fantastic on a Ned hook, Ned rig, Ned jig head. As a matter of fact, speaking of that, next item in the box is the Finesse Shroomz Ned rig jig heads. And so clearly this is meant to go together, and this is a match made in heaven. These things are, they're like magic. I actually think they might be, there might be some sorcery going on there, because these things just catch them. So that's the combination. TRD TicklerZ going for $4.99, and the Shroom Ned rig jig heads going for also $4.99 for a 5-pack. All right. All right. And then last but not least in the box is the pack of Daiichi drop shot hooks. I think there's a 4-pack. I like these. I've used these quite a bit. The hook stands out nice and horizontal, holds your bait out nice, and also promotes better hookup. I like these very much. These are going for $1.17 for a 4-pack. All right. That's everything in the box. So, like we always do, let's take a look at our value analysis. And as always, I will bring you along. I'm going to put it up on the screen. we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items in this box, totaling $51.49. Now, I believe I'm accurate here when I say it cost $35 because I believe they came out of the gate at $35 and then it never changed until very recently. They just recently increased it by $1. I'm not even sure when they did that, but I believe it was $35 at the time, and that's why I use that amount. So the added value in the box, $16.49, or 47.1%. You know what's interesting about that, ladies and gentlemen, is that that's fairly consistent. I'll put a link above to the most recent box opening we did. It's actually the bag opening for the February Monsterbass. But again, the numbers are similar. I would say that they've been fairly consistent. So this showdown, Monsterbass versus Monsterbass, then and now, I think it's going to be really cool and really interesting to see the comparison, the contrast and comparison between the two. But what do you guys think? I'd be very interested to know. All right, guys, there you have it. That's the May 2019 Monsterbass, a trip down memory lane. And I would really like to hear what your guys' thoughts are. I think that's it for now. That's all I have to say. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to invite you to check out that 3-minute grab bag giveaway. And until we meet again, take care.